Hello, and welcome to another edition of Crystal and Fred Today. Today we have a very interesting guest with us, a very interesting artist. But before we get to our artist, we want to welcome my husband to the show, my co-host, Mr. Frederick Harris.
Hello, audience. We're glad that you tuned in today. So without any further ado, let's get started. And keep it moving. You know how I am, like to keep it moving.
All right.
I do.
Okay, well, let's get started. We have with us today Miles. Hi,
Yep.
Miles.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine, from Universal Artist Movement. And we're happy to have you on the show today.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
glad to be on the show.
Well, thanks for being here. So tell us a little bit about your group and how you got started.
Well, it's kind of a long story, but here's the gist of it. I've been doing music for a good 20 or 20 plus years.
I like that.
Wow.
I don't want to say how long.
Okay.
Then that puts me in the age bracket.
Yeah.
So
We're already doing that already, so just go and keep it moving.
yeah.
You're all right.
So, but started as a kid, and it all comes together. And we're Minnesota here. We're a big music community.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we have a background in music that is a very rich history. Before the ones that like Prince or The Time or Rocky Robbins and all of that, there was always been a rich history of music here in the Twin Cities. And my dad was involved in that past scene with his good friend Morris Wilson, who rest in peace, who is also not with us anymore. But so we, because of that, I was nurtured in music from a young age.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were nurtured in music because of that. Okay. And so your love for music stems from.
Yeah, my dad was a jazz musician, and I used to
Uh-oh.
always ask him. Morris used to tell my dad, "Oh man, you sound just like Bird, man.
Wow.
I
And
knew
he used to
Bird
pull my
was,
dad out and do all these gigs with the Big M's and all these bands from way back in the day, and so I used to hear all that around my house, and I used to say, "Dad, why do you play that music that doesn't make any sense?" Because you know how jazz can sometimes,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why do you play that music that doesn't make any sense? So I got into normal R&B and stuff like that growing up, And then in my latter years, I started to liking the stuff that I was raised on when I was a kid. The music that I thought didn't make no sense
You started
became
loving it.
yeah, and it
How
started
so?
making
How
a
so?
lot of sense to me.
How so? How did it start making a little sense to you? What was the turning point in clearing up for you? You speak. I mean,
I think because the normal R&B and Motown stuff that had been listened to, and after I was young and compared that to my dad's stuff, that stuff made more sense to me. It had, it made more sense to me.
for me, my understanding of music, I like to hear what the word says. And the music, I'm not so much the melody all the time, the way it's saying. That's what attracts me.
The message.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I like to see. So when I ask stuff like that, I look at it more in not the upbeat and the feel good type thing. My wife likes the feel good, but I like the message behind the words. So, but we balance each other out. So
Well, and that being said, jazz always has traditionally been a music, and not many words. Of course, there were Billie Holiday, there were jazz singers, but there were few in between. Mostly it was all about the instruments.
Instruments and what they were
And so
playing,
that's
yeah.
kind of why I came up with the music that don't make no sense.
Right.
But when I went through my growing up and I heard Motown and all that, and then when you get through all of that, you get back to the music that I thought as a kid didn't make no sense.
right.
And I love it. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay.
I don't only do jazz though.
So is that why you? That's one of the goals that you came into the Universal Artists Movement, because you wanted other people to be exposed to what you learned,
Yeah.
what you
Yep.
grew up with.
Yep. And then also, I was just mentioning, I'm multi-genre. I'm not
You don't want to
one
be put
genre.
in one
I'm
box.
not just
yeah.
jazz. I do a lot of different stuff,
Variety.
excluding bluegrass and country. And not because I don't like it. Not because I don't like it. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love country. I won't say bluegrass so much, but I love country.
Country. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, with the type of music that you said that didn't make any sense, but I get what you're saying when you said it don't make any sense. It does make sense, but to our way of listening to it and kind of receiving it, you know, kind of puts it in a different category.
Yeah.
Because I really love jazz. It's just something about it that when it comes on, it captures my soul.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the artists that were like Billie Holiday, artists like that, they did a lot with feeling, and a lot of lyrics that they sang really got you to know who they were as a person, you know, and the type of stuff that they had went through. They kind of sang that out and you know, inside the music and stuff.
Well, just like your husband said, the message was
Yeah.
always there
Yeah.
with when there's vocals.
Yeah, the message is always there, yeah. And so that's pretty good. And so with your band, and when you guys come out and you perform, what kind of reaction do you get from the crowd?
Woo! They start dancing. The kids love us.
Oh, the kids love you? Oh,
well, the
that's
kids,
cool.
the kids love us. Not so much the teens and all that, but because you know they're into what they're into, and it's
Into-
hip hop
yeah.
or whatever. But we entertain broad ranges of audience, and
Really?
they dance and they love what we do. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're really delighted to see that too.
Oh, okay. And what were some of the things that you did this summer? You were telling me an event you just did August the 10th.
Oh yeah, we did this awesome thing called the Twin Cities Sound Legacy Showcase. We hosted it at the Capri Theater August
On
10th.
Broadway, yeah.
And it was an excellent show. We had violin players, we had spoken word, we had
Wow,
rappers.
spoken word?
Yeah, we had
Wow.
rappers. We had a 9-year-old girl get up and sing. Now that was kind of impromptu. She wasn't even really on the schedule. But we're open like that because if you don't engage the community, they're not gonna, you know, they don't know that there is these type of programs. So we
yeah.
engage. We always welcome the youth into what we're
And
doing.
it's good to engage the young
Yeah.
people and
Yeah.
to let them know how to get involved and how to get, you know, excited about what's going on and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the thing about your shirt, you talk about the Universal Artists Movement. Does you go out and try to promote kids to come in, or do you just out there and hopefully they might get a whim when they come and ask questions or get involved?
What it is I focus mostly on the music, and a lot of times instead of playing in bars and clubs, we would prefer to do events.
Right.
And that's how we can get the community engagement, and that's how we keep it family friendly. That's how we, you know, there's no alcohol, you know, none of that crazy. We just try to, not that alcohol is bad, but
It is bad.
well, I mean, it is, but we don't condone that
Right.
for what we're doing.
Right.
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? No, I'm saying what I meant by that is we don't knock them when we go to play at the clubs. We don't knock them because they're drinking. That's what they're there to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't fault people
Yeah.
for what they want to do. you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. You know?
But I get what you're saying too, when you are in the community and you're bringing about the young people in the community and you want them to get involved with what's going on, you kind of want to involve them.
Yep.
And that gets them excited to kind of know what's going on,
Yep.
you know, and kind of get the feel of the music.
And one of the most important things about our community is our parents need to know where their children are.
Right.
Yes, they do.
So if we're doing this type
Especially
of
this
stuff,
day and age.
the parents are encouraging it because
Yeah.
they're going to be there to clap
do
for
it
their
too.
kid.
Exactly.
So, you know.
Yeah, and they're going to be there with them involved.
Exactly,
Yeah, and
yeah.
that's awesome.
And when we have food, it makes it even
That's
more
cool,
fun.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Family friendly. That's what
Family friendly.
That's
Family
right.
friendly.
That's
That
really
is
what's up.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
thank you.
awesome. That's nice. And so on this event on that day, it was family friendly. and you had.
Oh man, we had James from Louisiana Purchase. Hi James. He great New Orleans food. He does the jambalaya, the shrimp. He even does gator.
Wow.
He even does gator, frog legs, boudin balls. Anyway, all that. It's great. We
Wow.
have, you know, when we have that, he does this thing called a crawfish fettuccine. It's off the chains. I just got
Crawfish fettuccine.
Yeah,
Okay. Sounds very interesting.
Yeah. And so anyway, that kind of makes it a, you know, when we're having a family type setting, we want it to be warm, to where, you know, people, you don't have to go nowhere. There's food, everything's right here. You know,
Right, yeah.
music. You know, we got the band and we got the children coming up to perform and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's a really fun thing. So we're going to be doing that again in a few months. I believe the Capri is going to close down for a year for a restoration. They're going to build a new cultural learning center onto the building.
Wow.
It's going to go almost all the way to KMOJ Radio.
Okay, wow, that's
Yeah.
a big.
Wow.
It's going to be
Project.
huge. And it's
That's
going to have
fun.
glass panel windows facing Broadway. It's going to be really nice.
Okay, so with the things you do do y'all promote stuff? Do you have a schedules? And how do you do that?
Yes,
How
we do. But honestly, except for those events, like I said, that where we're doing community events, I like to stay out of the promotion part of it because I
Okay.
got so much to do with the music thing and this personnel that I focus on that. I do have as far as the Twin City Sound Legacy Showcase, I have another partner. His name is Daquan Oliver, and he owns Life Customs, which is a clothing design store, and he's pretty much the primary organizer. You know, we worked together on this last one, and it was just so much for me. I said, hey man, I'd rather just worry about the music.
be in the back scene?
Yeah, I just rather just worry about the
Yeah.
music
I understand
because I
that.
have to, not only my band, but I have to coordinate all these other artists too. You know.
Yeah. And that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's
See,
a lot.
the one thing that I know is one of the problems that is people don't know about it enough time to come out.
Yeah, and
You know, so it's a two-sided thing. So
that was a
Yeah.
real problem with this last one.
Yeah, you know, so if people don't know, and they do know, they might not be able to show up because everybody's busy. So
Yep.
if they had time to prepare for that,
Yep.
yeah, I know it's hard. Believe me, I know it's hard. But for us that want to be in the forefront and want to expose and bring new light to the community for things, we need to be up on our game too. My wife always telling me about it. We got to be up on our game.
That's right.
You know, so we got to be prepared. And I'm learning to be. See, for me, I used to be that you prepare stuff and things just fall apart, right? So I got to the point I don't plan stuff no more. I just let go with the flow. But why don't work that way? So we had, as a community, we got to start preparing more and be more proactive and get things lined up. Have a plan A. And plan B. I'm going to say about plan A and plan B and plan C, but sometimes I get frustrated if I plan all these things. And 1, 2, 3 start falling to pieces. Then what we gonna do? Like today, we had planned to be something else. God just blessed us with you. Or we'll be here today without a program.
Without a show, yeah.
Without a show, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be more proactive and try to. It's hard to bring people together because everybody's so busy.
Yep. Oh, you said a mouthful right there, bro. Everybody's so busy, including us.
Yeah,
Right?
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so
And the minute you ask, hey, we got this going on, we're going to do that, they got to look at their schedule. And, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
It's
so-
crazy.
So-
Yeah.
baby, better tell them about. Let them say something about the CDs. Like,
yeah.
This won an award worldwide, 2015, Best Jazz Artist for Academia Worldwide. I went out to San Diego, Pasadena, and they had it at the Rose Bowl, the big gala
Oh, okay.
event where I
California.
received the award and everything. And it's a great piece. But my jazz is kind of like smooth jazz, so it's good
I like the
listening. Yeah.
smooth jazz, yeah.
And then this one is instrumental. But we have more stuff that has vocals too.
We also heard you had another one coming out too. You said second
Yeah,
one.
we have another one coming out that we went out and recorded, and we're really proud of it. It was my first time being in Paisley Park, let alone recording.
Wow.
And
Had to be exciting.
yeah, it was. It really was. I got to see all of his awards. they had that. I don't know if I should be telling all this, but they had that one suit that they wore during the Super Bowl performance. That was,
Yeah.
yeah,
Purple.
Yeah, it was
Oh, you mean when Prince performed
yeah,
at the Super Bowl?
yeah, in Florida. He had the Miami Dolphins colors.
Yeah.
It was teal and orange.
Orange.
And man, they have it in a glass case out there. It's really
you
nice.
serious?
Yeah, I don't know if I should.
You need to say
talk about
you
it.
don't feel
But
good.
it's great.
That's fine.
It's great.
Yeah.
You know.
I like that you're talking about it. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
well, I'm trying to
pretty
sneak
cool.
a few tidbits.
Yeah, give us some tidbits. We like tidbits.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to meet his sister, and she made that happen.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was really cool. You was able to meet his sister. Wow.
Yeah, well, she came on my radio show. I do have a jazz. I work on a smooth jazz radio show called Twin Cities Radio Network, and we broadcast from 7 to 10 every Monday, and we talk about the history of the Twin Cities sound. Not the public history, but the private history, the stuff that everybody doesn't know,
No.
that makes you easily to connect the dots.
Okay,
you know?
to say this is why
Yeah,
this makes sense.
exactly.
And this musician came
exactly.
out.
And
this
we
musician-
love the show. You don't know. As much knowledge as I have is the history of the Minneapolis sound or Twin Cities sound. I learn something every week I'm on the show.
Really?
Yep.
I'm going to have to check that out.
We've had Gary Hines, triple Grammy Award winner. We've had Jelly Bean Johnson. We've had Debbie Duncan on the show. We've had Gwen Matthews. We've had lots of people who have been with Prince. Chaz Reed. Chaz Howard. You know, we've had him on the show, and just a
a
lot
lot
of
of
people.
great different artists.
Yeah, a lot of
people in the music
and they
industry.
tell us the stuff that people don't know.
No, yeah.
And that's what we love about the show.
Show.
I learned
What
so
station
much.
is this?
It's called Twin Cities Radio Network.
Radio Network.
And everyone on their phone has a TuneIn app. You have a
Yeah.
TuneIn app on your phone, you have one on your computer. So
Yeah.
you just go to the TuneIn app
And
and
tune
type
in.
in Twin Cities Radio Network, and we'll come up
You said that's on Monday?
7 to 10 on Mondays.
7 to 10.
I'm going to have to check that out.
Okay.
That sounds
So do you have, do your group have any goals or anything coming up, you think?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
can you share those right now? Or you
Well, yeah, I
you don't
will.
have to give us you don't have to give us a whole breakdown. Just give
Well-
us something so we are.
The goals that I have, mainly, and I'm already accomplishing this goal. I wish I had the new CD coverage so I could tell you what it says on there, but is to connect generations, connect people together in unity. I want to see peace and love instead of all this fighting and craziness. I want to see people come together instead of be divided. If my music can make that happen, that's my goal.
Do you see that happening already? I mean,
I do.
can see.
I see
you
it already happening
too bad?
Yeah.
in my shows and what we do and the smiles on the people's faces.
Yeah.
That I see it happening, And
That's
so,
awesome.
and I'm very happy to be. We play a whole lot down at the Minneapolis Farmers Market, and I'm happy to be there because people are just coming out to buy some produce or whatever. And oh wow, they hear some good music and they're over there dancing and eating
That's
food.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
At the-
fun.
at
It's
the
really fun.
produce.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys are playing down at the farmers?
Yeah,
market?
Minneapolis Farmers Market Annex.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll be there Labor Day weekend, September 1st and September 2nd. We have a special guest, Mark Lichtai from the Mambo's Combo, coming to do a performance, and also we have this new CD that's on that's going to be on the table. If everything, I got it. The deadline is today at 5 to get all that info in, and that's why I was
Okay.
kind of
Yeah.
time
yeah.
concerned about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be done before then.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we
is
can get
there a
that.
time that this is going to be scheduled for on the September 1st?
Yeah, December 1st is from 9 to 1.
September 1st, 9 to
Yeah,
1?
from 9 to 1 at the Minneapolis Farmers Market Annex, 200 East Lindale Avenue North.
Yeah, okay. I know exactly what that said.
That is
Okay.
awesome that you're playing at the farmers market. You're talking about bringing people together and people coming together for a good cause, to
Yeah.
buy produce,
Yep.
to buy something that's healthy for the body, and then you got the music that's for your mind.
Yep, and it's fun.
Yeah.
The only thing that can mess it up sometimes. It's rain,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But when it's nice out, we're there.
You're all
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing.
So how long did the farmers market go? Does this still go to October?
I think it goes until October. Well,
Yeah.
pretty much into October.
And y'all
until it
still
gets
come?
too close and
Yeah.
cold and snow. No, when it's cold, we're not coming.
I thought you were in Minnesota.
I'm from Minnesota.
Yeah,
When
okay.
it's cold, we're not coming.
Okay, all right. Thought I asked now. Thought I
But
asked.
you say no thank you.
Yep.
No snow was coming.
And you know, they're down there selling pumpkins and hay and
Yeah.
all that during the, October months,
October months
Yeah.
anyway,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, if someone wants to get a hold to you and to have you perform, how would they get a hold to you or your band, to have you come out to perform if they want?
Okay. Well, you can contact me and Universal Artists Movement on our website, which is www.bookuam.com. Again, that's www.bookuam.com. Or you can reach me at area code 763-377-0065, and I can direct you to the information you need. Again, that's area code 763-377-0065. Again, my name is Miles Warren, Maestro P, Universal Artists Movement.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, along talking about music and our young people as well, how do you think we need to focus on helping our young people get more involved in the arts and music?
Support them.
Yeah.
That's
Support
it,
them, yeah.
and that's what I'm doing. Support them.
Yeah.
People want to, if you're doing something, you're talented and this and that. Don't you want someone to, oh wow, take knowledge of that,
Yeah.
Help you get to the next level,
Yeah.
or at least, But that's it. And support can be just something, just coming to see them,
Yeah.
or anything like that. Being there while they're, especially like for a parent and a child, if you're a musician and your child wants to learn something, of course, show them that or introduce them to that. Get your kids some piano lessons, Don't let them have any idle time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely.
And that would be better for the whole community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have to take the cell phones from them because they always on that.
Hey, I got nothing to say about that. I use mine pretty much too.
Okay.
Yeah, so just like
Yeah.
it's second nature for them to be on the phone. So
Yeah.
you can't do nothing without it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is got, like anything, it's a possibility of how you balance it out and how you be disciplined about it. So
Yeah.
for me, I can't. I'm a dinosaur. I'm not good at that at all.
Yeah. Well, the thing is kids want you to relate to them. They don't want you to be authoritarian because
Right.
that'll turn them right off.
Quickly.
So you relate to them, you get into what they like, and you got them. And that's what I see.
try
I
to
can
do
be
that.
wrong.
No, I
that's
think you're
what I've
right.
seen.
Sure, I
Yeah.
think you're right.
I've actually seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the best way, I think, when you are involved with what they're doing and showing them that you're excited about what they are doing, and you get involved that way, then they also will stay involved, and stay excited about the next thing that they're working on or whatever it is that they're trying to, work on, or whatever ideas that they may be coming up with in the arts. I think it keeps them focused and it keeps them busy.
And another thing that we tend to do sometimes, but okay, so I'm a certain age, and I like the real music and this and that, but my youth is into hip hop, and I'm not. But I can't down that art form. I have to be an encouragement. If I down that art form, then I shut them down from my generation.
You do.
And I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do. You shut them down, and that doesn't allow them.
But I still don't care for. I don't care for it that much. But
Yeah.
I can't portray that to them.
Yeah.
'Cause puts the wall up.
Yeah.
We don't want that wall
We
up.
don't want that.
Yeah, I
wall
think we
up.
need to find a way to get more people volunteer to expose the youth to other things, because there's so many negative things out there that they don't have a problem finding that. You can find bad anytime.
Isn't that
But,
right?
but we gotta make an effort to expose our children to other things. Just
Yeah.
like you said,
Yeah.
your universal active movement. You got to be out there exposed to doing those kind of things. And even though it might be cold outside, you still got to get out and try.
Well, you know,
But so at least you try. You do
I
something.
got a warm house that I can do all my
Yeah.
stuff in too, and a computer.
Yeah, yeah, but you ain't have everybody run through your house revolving door either. So
Right.
So you got to be outside where kids can see it.
Yeah.
And this is bad. So we just got to find a way to expose people to other mediums and to do things. And me and my wife's trying to do that. You know.
I'm glad for this program. I'm
Yeah.
glad you guys have had me
Yeah.
on here. I had no idea.
See what I'm saying?
Now I'm gonna be watching.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thank you.
I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
All
we're
right.
happy to have you here. And we're
We know
happy
you're
that
on a
you-
time frame, so we won't hold you up. So we want you to do what you need to do.
Oh, I appreciate
Okay.
that.
And we want you to give your information one more time before we end this man. You need to come and hear him perform.
All right, come check us out September 1st and 2nd, that's Labor Day weekend, at the Minneapolis Farmers Market Annex. And we will have a new CD on our table. And we have a special guest singer, and it's a family thing, so bring your kids, because we're going to have them dancing.
Okay.
Food now.
And
Well,
you can
I don't
also
know about
reach
that.
you can also reach me at, like I said, www.bookuam.com, and that is my website.
All right. And you were going to say what about the food?
No, I can't. There's no free food there. There's food there you can buy, but there's no free food there. So I was speaking out of turn, so that's why I didn't say
Oh,
no.
you were speaking at the last event. He
Yeah,
said they had
yeah.
the food and all
Yeah,
that
but not
stuff.
this
Okay.
time.
Yeah. Well, at the farmers market, you'll just be performing, so that'll be good too, just to come out and just to enjoy, just to see that show, and
Yeah.
just if you're coming out, come out to buy some vegetables,
Mm-hmm.
come out to fellowship, come out to meet your friends, and just engage and get excited about what your community is doing, and just get involved. And I think that's the best way to stay, in contact. We just have to network with one another and just make sure that we're doing what we need to be doing.
May I say the times again? I forgot.
Sure.
Okay, again, that's September 1st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday, September 1st at the Minneapolis Farmers Market Annex, and Sunday from 8:30 to 12:30. Again, at the Minneapolis Farmers Market Annex, Universal Artists Movement.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Miles.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad
Nice
you came.
meeting you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Thank you for having me on the
If
show.
we have you on again, so
I'd love
Yeah.
to.
all right,
Love
man.
to.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Hope you guys get the chance to come out and see the band.
Yeah, we can do that.
We
We
will
might
come
want to see that.
Yeah, I definitely want to see it. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming and joining with us today again on Crystal and Fred Today. And remember, look to see who you can do something for that's positive. Thank you, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.